everyone, karibuni to the 8020 podcast. My name is Omboige Konyo.
And my name is Moline Otieno.
Today we'll be discussing about International Condoms Day. We will be telling you the history, debunking myths and misconceptions, and telling you the truths about condoms.
So, let's dwell back into the history of condoms. And by the way, when nilikuwa naiangalia, nilikuwa nasikia kucheka. Because nili Google, by then nilikuwa na Google, nikiangalia history ya condoms. And many of those were the condoms that were being used back in the days. I'm not boarding. I am not boarding.
Now tell us about the condoms, ama the history of condoms and ulipata.
I think, wacha nianze na ika fun fact about condoms. The oldest known condom dates back to around 1640 and was found in Dudley Castle, England. It was made from animal intestines and was likely reusable.
Animal intestines.
Another one. Some condoms are made to glow in the dark. They contain a non-toxic phosphorescent layer that absorbs light and then glows, adding fun twist to safe sex.
But wait. Animal intestines made condoms.
Wachana na animal intestines. Ingine niliona nilikuwa natumia bladder ya sheep.
Guys. I am shocked.
I will never view Motura the same again.
Guys, Motura is my favorite.
But at this point, I'm not going to view Motura.
I love Motura.
I know.
Please don't spoil that for me.
What? And then now we go back to statistics. Effectiveness, ya condom, 98%. It is effective to prevent pregnancy. However, due to typical use, the effectiveness drops to 87%. Sasa inakuwa ni kama it is 87%, not very effective like it was before.
Oh my goodness, I'm just trying to Google about the intestines condom. I'm still not over that.
Haya, Google. Tukiendelea na statistics, kuna global use. Estimated that 30 billion condoms are sold worldwide every year. I don't know. STI prevention. Condoms are highly effective. By the way, that one I can agree.
Yeah.
It does a lot. Isipokuwa tu ni vile watu napenda kushikwa na chlamydia na
wanapenda nyama mbichi.
Wanapenda mambo ya nini? Shikwa na chlamydia nyinyi. Haya. Then most common type of condoms ni the latex one.
Yeah.
Niliona kulikuwa na there was a photo. I think I didn't get that. A photo of from when they were using the sheep's bladder to intestines. I know, utarikava too. Then rubber, then latex, then they modified to better latex. Yeah.
This is not sitting well with me. How do you wear a sheep's bladder? No.
And then it is reusable, so you can imagine.
Reusable? How?
Why do you want to be reusable?
Guys, I have a question for you. Will you reuse a condom?
Me, don't come near me.
Will you reuse a condom? Hebu tuambie hapo kwa comments.
Kama tuna ride on. Anyway, another statistics is the average condom size. Wewe hapo kwa size. Hapo wa Afrika wetu. Na watu tushaikaa chini mahali tukaongea. Oh, you know those sizes are not our sizes. Those condoms are not made for Africans. Our sizes are not navazi na tufinya. Si mimi. Unajua uzuri si tu mimi.
Now guys, that is a myth, let me tell you now. I am a champion for reproductive health and I myself have blown condoms. Not once, not twice, so very many times.
Wewe ni champion wa kublow.
Yeah.
Condom.
I'm a 2-time champion for condom blowing. Yeah, I'm a 2-time champion wa condom blowing, guys. Drum rolls. Alright?
Enyewe.
So, mtu asikudanganya by the way. Kama wewe ni dem pale nje, boy asikudanganya ati yake hizi toshea condom. Sawa.
Na ingine that baffled me was when King Minos of Crete devised a sheath fashioned from sheep's bladder in 300 BC and used it to protect his wife from his semen, which he believed to contain scorpions and spiders.
Oh my goodness. People were stupid back then. Oh, okay.
But it's good we evolve. It's very good we evolve. And the fact that history, by the way, nikiangalia how the history of hizi mambo na condoms zimekuwa, I'd say there's a lot of evolving that has happened.
True, I agree.
A lot. Wanna imagine another funny one. In the ancient Egypt, the photos ziko, you can just Google history of condoms. In the ancient Egypt, they used ukishavaa condom unaifungia kwa waist.
How big was that condom?
Achana na big. Like, if you just look at the overview and the photos of these condoms.
Give me a minute, guys.
Let me tell you. See, it's not very nini. You need traumatizing, by the way.
Please do not say that.
It's very traumatizing. Kwani how big was it?
Ancient
back in the days?
Condoms.
Mamu may evolve hadi nini. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. Ew. Oh. Ew.
Mevalia ngozi yako.
Ew. This is ew.
Imagine.
Ew, guys.
That's how the condoms look.
I wish you guys could see this, but please Google. Oh my goodness.
Lakini si mbaya hivyo, acha ku-exaggerate.
No.
I know.
Guys, I wish I could. Hey. Oh my goodness, this is bad.
But anyway, hapo ndio mahali tumefika. Naona.
Oh my goodness.
But we thank God. Tumeweza ku-evolve.
Yeah, at least kwa wale hawajui mbona watu wanafaa kutumia condoms, it's supposed to promote safe sex. It's supposed to prevent HIV and STIs. What else? At least pia ina prevent pregnancies if you're not ready for pregnancies na hutaki kutumia any other kind of contraceptives, you want to use condoms. Yeah. All right? Na si lazima useme ati because we are married we cannot use condoms. You are supposed to use condoms, all right? Yeah, anytime, any person. Na pia I believe condoms pia zinasaidia ku reduce teenage pregnancies, and statistics za teenage pregnancy rates now in Kenya, and also I believe also in Laikipia County ziko high. So if that would be okay, this is allow me to say this might be controversial a little bit, but I am for sex education in schools. I'm for sex education in schools because
also in for that.
In the era that we are in this era, do I call it the digital era, kids have phones or they have access to phones and internet. They see a lot of things that they want to practice, and they do it in the most unsafe way, allow me to say so, and they end up getting pregnant. And it's so very sad seeing young girls that have so much potential, so much life ahead of them, dare I say, having their life stopped or paused because they have to take care of kids, and the boys still continue on with their lives. And some girls do not recover from that. They go ahead to become mothers, they get a second kid, and they stop going to school. It's very sad. It's very sad. So I'm a believer of sex education needs to be introduced to schools. The government needs to have a curriculum for the same, and they also need to have qualified people, or what do I say?
Practitioners.
Yeah, or practitioners to go to schools or go to communities and educate the girls. All right, and also the boys, not just the girls, also the boys also need to know about safe sex. Ndo hata wao wasiambie dema sikuja mwambia oh no I can't do that, wanagombana na nini. They also need to know
more about that, which also takes me back to parents and kuna wenye washadungisha watoi wao hizi madawa why kweli. And the fact that parents also know why these things are happening, sometimes it's just heartbreaking ukikaa chini and then unasikia like it's these ladies, these girls are too young to be exposed to contraceptives which are hormonal, unapata dem kwa fiti kimwili na nini, wewe unafikiria ni msichana mwenye ashamaliza shule na nini, only for you baadaye kuja kusikia ukiulizwa miaka yake, wewe unakuja kutalala ndani mtu wangu. Unaona, over things zenye you can avoid. Unaona, so I have friends wenye ukiambia mtu huyo ni mtoto wa shule, hata siwezi angalia mara ya pili. Okay, it's the way, I love the way men nowadays wanajua like if you involve yourself with a teen, hiyo ni life imprisonment hiyo, unaona. But sasa kuna wale wenye obvious, unajua kuna wale tu na magaidi wengine, gaidi ni gaidi tu. pedo ni pedophile ni pedophile tu, unaona. Like which also like unaona have like such conversations, it brings a lot what we've been talking about as well. Like how do you get attracted to a 2-month-old, 1-month-old baby, a girl, and then
that's sick behavior.
I know.
People need to go. Actually, pia mental health. Watu angaliwe hizo vichwa zao. Anyway, you had also said a point on parents being involved na mambo ya sex education. Tusiachie walimu kila kitu. Tusiachie watu wanje kila kitu. We also need to have parents come in. Mtoto wako akifikisha miaka fulani, puberty years 9, 10, let's have a seat with them. Right now we are all busy, especially the parents, but we also need to create time for our kids. Have a sit down with them, tell them, have a talk with them about sex, give them whatever. Don't feel shy. I know, like my parents did not have that talk with me, my parents are the, do I call them vintage baddies? Vintage.
Lakini si mabaddies.
They're not baddies, but they're vintage.
Boomers.
We did not have that conversation with them. Vitu zingine nimekuja kusomea shule from my peers, and then I went to university, nikajua mambo mengine. But now it's time I changed the narrative as an adult. It's time I changed the narrative. It's time for me to speak up and tell them, have talks with the kids, all right? You see, my siblings, all of them are adults right now, and sometimes we just sit and talk things. That is the same thing I would want to see parents doing. And we have the current parents, the Gen Z parents. I believe they can have the talks. They're not afraid.
Present.
Yeah. So we can have the talks. We can have sit downs. Also, we can go to school. So we have neighbors that have maybe kids that are of puberty age. We need to have sit down with them, all right? But please ongea na mzazi before ongea na mtoto wake. We need to have this conversation so that we can reduce a lot of things. What do I call them?
Tuseme tu ni kama tu normalize the conversation.
Yeah,
because we've reached a point, okay, with our generation, tumefika ile point, nowadays we just talk about everything and anything.
Like, save for sex.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Na tumelelewa in ways that talking about sex ni kama ni taboo.
It's a taboo.
Like
it's a taboo.
You cannot even mention about sex in front of your parents, which for me, hivyo tu vile unasema, sijui niseme I feel it is wrong ama ni aje, because I was also nikiperuse tu kwa media pia. There was also another guy, I've forgotten his name. He was saying parents should start normalizing to talk to their children about sex.
Yeah.
Because anyway, usipomfundisha akiwa hiyo mdogo kwa hiyo age, then akiwa mkubwa sioni kama, because unajua akiwa mkubwa ndo atataka kuexperiment everywhere. But the moment tumemwambia like this and this is what happens, unaona atakuwa like, oh, and my mom told me, so I have to be careful when I want to indulge in something like that. Yeah. And not just like it becomes more effective. Okay, na feel inaweza tokea ikiwa more effective like kama
from the parents.
Baba ya mtu akiongelesha kadem anamwambia ni hivi na hivi, unaona kuna hizo tuseme like si kila kitu, but relax, calm down. Si kila kitu, unaona, because kuna, of course, when you're having a partner, kuna hizo vitu zenye you normally talk about with your partner.
But then I don't agree with you. Mimi na babangu tuketi chini tuko na that conversation unless it's my dad all through, niki grow up niye peke yake, we've been there. If my mother is there, some conversations wacha tuachie mamangu, you see. Yeah. If I have a brother, let my dad talk to my brother kwanza. wasikizani ile man to man talk,
and then kutakuwa na hiyo,
and then for me and my mother ikwe woman to woman.
Of course hiyo lazima.
And then kama ni ingine ya sisi wote pamoja za family, let them be there, all of us, you know.
Unajua kwa nini nasema hivyo? Nasema hivyo in terms of like I normally feel like a dad pia akiongelelea some things, like it will make the lady anakuwa like okay, watu wasianze kufikiria vibaya, but like for a lady, when there's a certain information, when you get that information from your dad, it will sink in heavily rather than ikitoka kwa okay, for me I feel that
that
way.
Is girl.
Of course I'm a daddy's girl. Like nitafeel your information itakuja ikiwa heavy. Like saka sahibu yangu aniambie achana na wababas. Unaona? Achana na wababas. Sina, sizitaka. Wachana na wababas ni hivi na hivi na hivi. Unaona?
Yeah.
At least it opens that a leeway of like I can be open. No, okay, not about my sexual life per se. Unaona, but kuna some things I can now tell my dad, hey, this and this happened. Though najua kuna watu watabaki like, ai. Juna kuangalia chapa unabaki na but of course I'm saying that not that I was brought up at na dad. Of course both my parents wako hapo. Kwa mamangu ni ile tunaongeanga like, now this is marriage. What should I do? Unaona? This and this and this, because anyway tusidanganyane hapo kwa marriage kidogo. Siwezi ongelesha babangu lakini but I'm just saying okay, kuna some conversations of course juu tunajaribu pia ku break hizo barriers.
Yeah.
That I am saying it will be tukiweza exchanges or roles, naona inaweza tokea with more weight. Si ati saizi unaongelesha babako unamwambia nini.
But either way, we want to encourage, this podcast encourages parents to talk to their kids about sex. Yeah. All right? Yeah. So, atujaguza myths zote. All right? Other myths ni kama ati condom ina reduce pleasure. Hatuwezi kula sweetie ndani ya karatasi.
Lakini jamani.
Jamani.
Si ati ni nini.
Mimi niliwahi kula sweetie na karatasi. Bado utamu ni ile.
Calm down. Okay, it happens in scenarios like ni vile director ameenda mbali. Nilikuwa nimuulize hii swali. Yeah, me marry. Unaona?
Yeah.
And then unapata like for a married person nasikianga Mrs. kula bibi yangu na CD. Hata tusiende mbali. Tuko kwa mchezo wa swara na dogi. Hapa ya kukimbizana.
Oh my goodness.
Mtu hapo mko chali na dem. Ati sasa yeye kuja hapo uambie chali yako ati nini. Kidogo
inaleta makasiriko ati unalala na nani huko nje ndio maana unaambia utaki condom. Guys.
Nakuanga nani?
Kwani hamna trust?
Uzuri sina mtu.
Wewe. Hapo watu wapendane na wakwe na trust, but pia bado pia kama mtaki mtoto ama nini, if you feel it's too you're not stable enough to have a kid, it's okay to use condoms. Pia mkiwa kwa relationship sawa.
Tuwezi withdraw. Nauliza tu kama condom ni expensive.
Condom ni expensive. Wait, condoms ni expensive wapi?
Ni suggestion. Tunajua.
Umeenda pale hospitali ukakosa condoms?
Makosa ni yangu.
Not only if you cannot afford. Okay. I advocate for not having sex if you cannot afford condoms.
Viva.
All right?
Yes.
I advocate for that.
I was waiting for that.
Quote me on that. I advocate for not having sex if you cannot afford a condom. All right? Yes, not because you cannot afford a kid.
No,
you cannot afford a condom.
Nimesema hivyo juu normally there are people who are normally like, oh, I'm allergic to latex, so I don't like latex. Ama along the way na kauka. Ama tunaweza sema we can save that conversation because I think we'll have another segment.
Yeah.
We'll just bring an expert on board talking about our condoms, sexual health and everything.
Alafu there's another myth that condoms break easily. Uongo. Okay? That is in capital. Uongo in capital. Yeah. If you do not wear your condoms correctly,
it will burst.
Then it will burst. It will definitely burst. I wish I brought... I always work with condoms. I wish I brought my bag today here with me, ningewaonyesha how elastic condoms are, how they do not break easily, alright? Na pia watu waangalie kama condoms zime expire.
Tunatembea na condom kila siku.
Yes. That does not mean I'm promiscuous.
Nani amesema?
No, I'm just telling them waka wakijua. That does not mean I'm promiscuous. No. Unajua rafiki yangu anaweza hitaji condom.
You can save.
I can save the day, you know, being a hero, being a hero.
Makes sense.
So yeah.
Wakati unakutana na bobo pale, just know she got you.
Yeah, kama unataka
She got
condom, I got you. Yeah. So the condoms are 100% effective. No, that is not the truth. Sawa. Sawambia. Condoms are not 100% effective.
Si nimesoma hata sasa hii by the way. Imeanza kukua less effective 87% sasa from 98 to 87.
Yeah.
Na unajua kuna kwa na majango wanakuaga tu manini. Mtu si anajua tu anafika tu hapo wamekuwa tu na mapopa zingine tu pale
Mbio tu.
na hiyo ukiangalia nini ilishakatwa unajua
Condom
kitu ilikatwa saa ngapi jamani, anakuruka
kama wakati unapata mimba,
anakuruka futi 10 na Yesu kipetero.
Yeah. And then kuna hii ingine ati only men should carry condoms. Tulitoka huko kitambo. Alright, baby girl. Now, allow me to speak to the baby girls. Alright?
Please do.
Baby girl. Beba condoms zako. Alright? Tembea na condoms. Unaweza kuwa unataka na hajabeba condom. Usikulane roho. Mimi nimekuonya. Haya. Nimekuonya.
Kuna mtu ana okay. Ni sisi pia makosa ni yetu, but we'll just do it some other time. Carrying the female condoms.
Okay,
Have...
female condoms, female condoms are not cheap to begin with, but, oh, excuse me, sorry guys. The male condoms are cheap and easily accessible. So go buy. Usijali mtu atakuangalia aje. By the way, let me tell you, there's a time I went to a shop. It was a lady shopkeeper. Nikamuuliza, by the way, unauza condoms how much? Do you know the look she gave me? Oh my goodness. Aki venye aliniangalia, okay, aliniambia bei, but macho alinipa mpaka was like, kwani kuulizia condom bei ni vibaya?
That is the society, unfortunately. That is the society we have.
But we need to be the people that are paving way for normalizing this conversation.
That's why we have champions like you now for SRHR. By the way, inakuanga mbaya saa zingine, you want to help someone, but
they're not willing.
Exactly, unaona. And then again, vile ume embrace that openness to everything. It's not the same way. Yeah, you won't get the same reception from everyone. Hey, na inakuwaga mbaya. Inakuwaga mbaya sana. Sasa hiyo labda umeshika kanisa na huko mtu anasikia sasa ni nani huyo?
Ni nani jamani? But na pia venye niliwaambia, it's not because people in relationships, it's not because you do not trust your partner. Sasa, yeah, please make sure mnavalia condom. Yeah. Hata pipi huliwa ndani ya karatasi. Yes.
Anyway, as we continue, there was also more on like the global efforts to promote safe sex, involving a combination of education and access to contraceptions, and policies, advocacy, community outreaches. You know, we also need to do a lot of that, which I would say we are tuseme tuko nyuma kidogo. And now for us, because we are well exposed when it comes to issues about policy making and, you know, SRHR initiatives, community outreaches, we do a lot of work for the community.
Yeah.
And naweza sema, like policies ni kama a guiding law. It's just like a guiding law or a principle inasaidianga kugovern vitu. Seme tu hivyo in short
ama inatusaidia.
Exactly. Unaona, so like kuna hizo policies za SRHR. Naweza sikia watu wanashindaga hapo SRHR ni sexual reproductive health rights. People need to know their rights regarding their sexual reproductive health. And unajua when, by the way, when we posted the previous trailer, no, people, I was getting a lot of comments like, what are you guys going to talk about? Hey, can you host us? Can you do this? At the end of the day, I was like, yes, I know we are doing this for the community. We are doing this for ourselves because we're also trying to make people aware. Semani growth, personal development, and everything. We'll be talking about everything and anything. So with us, just expect anything at any given time. Because kama saizi najua watu wako like, siku ya kwanza wataongelelea nini. Tuliona the need to do that, of course, because the day is almost here with us.
Yeah, it's on 13th February, in case I'm doing International Condoms Day is on 13th. Yes, madam.
Before Valentine's. But anyway.
Lazima watu wanunue condoms. Ukinunua maua nunua condoms.
Ukinunua maua, teddy bear na chokwe, waambie wa package vizuri. Tusema this time round we are not doing hizo nini za baby. Unapelekea baby girl maua peke yake. Not teddy bear.
Okay, but I also advocate for the boy child. No, allow me.
Wow, unataka kujitwika pressure.
No. I also advocate for the boy child. Baby boy. Usikubali the bare minimum. Usikubali socks na boxer imwaka. Usikubali boxer na socks.
Sawa, waseme gift wanataka kupewa.
Asipokununulia chocolate.
Director amerudi. Unaona aje? Watu wapewe teddy bears for nini? Advocate for the men. Wapewe.
Mimi am an advocate for the boy child, sir.
Uliza director. Tupe baby boys teddy bears.
Amekubali, anani support, amesema ni support. Boy child usikubali boxer na socks. Sita wewe kupewa maua.
Si ndio nasema tupe baby boys nini teddy bears. Mtakubali?
Hapana teddy bear. No, teddy bear is too much.
Mama mtaka Mercedes Benz. Glay. Sitaongea tena. Guys, ni niliona watu wana complain. Haya, uliza boy child anataka nini kama present? Imagine nataka kuambia. Okay, wewe umeambiwa nini?
Bwana director, okay, sina mtu.
Same.
I'm admitting this.
Same, but nini wacha kuniangalia hapo.
Sina mtu.
Same, lakini
nikikupata wewe na kununulia socks kwanza lazima nianzie hapo.
Na Boxer.
Boxer itakuja baadaye. Unajua nizaenda pale nipate socks za 30 bob. Anyway, moving on. How can we access condoms, Go to the shops, go to the hospitals, talk to people like me. We can know where to get condoms, or we can tell you where to get condoms.
Connection.
Yeah, mini connection kali sana, right? So where else?
I think ni hapo nini umesema kwa pharmacy.
Yeah. Any medical facility wezi kosa condoms. So
sikuwa na concentrate.
Make sure umepata condoms. Sawa. Yeah.
But anyway, with all that being said and done, uzuri ni kitu tutaendelea.
Yeah.
So I think students about the main takeaways now that
we will actually do that in the next segment when we have a specialist. Let me call them a specialist, so that they can give us a professional take view of everything, and then we can conclude on what we've taken. Na pia ndo kama watu wana maswali waulize ndo tuweze kuuliza.
So we'll be expecting your questions in the comment section across all social media pages. Of course, tutadrop hapo. Tuko TikTok, tuko YouTube, na tuko Instagram. Tuko pale kama 8020 podcast.
Yeah, and I want to appreciate all organizations that have spearheaded campaigns and to raise awareness on sexual reproductive health rights. And I mention maybe next time. So guys, see you on the next episode. My name is Zamboi.
My name is Molly. Bye.
Msisahau kutumia condoms.